Welcome to Indigo Bluffs in the Sleeping Bear Dunes area of Michigan. We're going to do a quick walking tour. When you come in off of M72 over there. It's busy and you couldn't hear me if I was over there, so we started up here. This place is nice. The propane fill is right at the entrance there, so if you need to get propane refilled there, exchanged, whatever, you can do it right up front. As we come up in here, they've got, looks like 4 or 5 nice long RV pull-through spots to wait in while you're checking in, which is nice because this place gets busy. When we rolled back into town, or rolled back into camp today, those were all full. We've got the camp store on our right. We've also got the pool right up front here. Now, if you've never been here, this place is divided into 2 sections, a Class A / fifth wheel only section, and then the more general population section. If you want to see the Class A only side, skip towards the end of this video because we're going to walk the front piece first. Give you a quick little preview of the area though. But you can see there's a street that comes through. The Class A only side has a nice little gate. They give you a clicker to get in. Pool area is just typical as you expect. There's no spa there, but the pool, I don't know if it's heated or if it was just warm. It's been warm here for us. Now, so when you come in, staying to the right, avoiding the gates, brings you over to the more general population side. They've got a dump station right up front if you want to hit that on the way out. Now, if you've never been to the area, there is a ton to do. The back of their little sheet here lists all of it. But we come here really for Glen Arbor. It's a cute little town. But they've got Empire right down the street. Lake Michigan's down the street. They've got the Portnoy River, I believe. So there's tubing, rafting, kayaking, all sorts of fun things. They do charter fishing right off of here. We haven't participated in any of that, but I know that they've mentioned it for us. They do sweet corn. The entire area is just covered in corn. And they have a little sweet corn stand right when you walk in. Everything on my left that's gated off is the Class A only and fifth wheel only side, though there's nice little walkways going over through it. Now, off on the right here is kind of where all the play areas are for kids and adults alike. They've also got a food truck that's been here for a few days. I'll show you those sections here. They've got a little clubhouse here as well. Inside they had some games. It was nice on the hotter days. The kids were able to sneak into the AC, play some games with their friends. See the grass area, they got things going on. They've got Bergstrom's Burgers over there. My son can vouch for their bacon burger, and my wife said that their smoked wings were fantastic. Other than that, the little clubhouse here on the left. We've got tables inside there, ping pong, grills out here, pretty much everything you could ever want. They've got volleyball, the spinning wheel of death as we call it, an actual traditional playground, some workout equipment, basketball, and a big field in the back. This video would be an hour long if I went through everything in detail, but suffice it to say, the kids and any active adults will have plenty to do here. I'm going to walk back up and we're going to walk just the perimeter of both sides of the RV park, give you my feedback on what I've seen. We've stayed in both sides. We're currently over in the Class A only side. When we came here back when we only had an Airstream, we stayed on the more general side, and then once we saw the super luxury of the other side, we've been staying over there. It's also nice, you can pick your specific site. So I got one directly in front of their bathhouse because they have a really neat bathhouse over there as well. Back out here on Beach Nut Lane. If you want to follow along on their online map, first site that we see here is site number 64. Now the map breaks it all down. What's 30 amp, what's 50 amp, what's water and electric, and what's full hookups. But the bulk of this first section we're going to walk through, so everything closest to the playgrounds, I believe is all 30 amp. And then everything further back is all 50 amp. Don't take my word for it though. Please consult the map before you book anything. Now it is first week of August, so right on the tail end of summer proper here. The place has been pretty full. Today's our 8th day staying here. Our side over there has been pretty much 100% full each day. A couple leave, a couple come back. Over here looks like it's just about the same. Now they have Glen Lake over here, Lake Michigan, Grand Traverse Bay, all sorts of things people are doing with their boats. I'll point out a couple of the different boat storage areas, but obviously they're not discouraging you from bringing your boats. There are places for you to put them if you decide to drag one along with you. Now this side over here is not tiny. The biggest of rigs are over here. This more general population side also has more trees. I think nearly every spot over here is very shaded. On the other side, there's lots of shaded spots, but you can tell it's a little bit newer as far as the trees. There's definitely some gaps in there. In fact, our site has almost no shade. Now, on the right-hand side, there's a couple of cabins, and then I know that they have a group of just regular trailers that they rent out as well. So if you don't have an RV, they have some options for you. But I want to say I only counted maybe 1, 2, or 3 traditional cabins. The rest of them you'll see are just trailers that they rent out and that they keep there permanently. I'll point those out here in just a second. I'm also going to sneak over to the right. You'll get to see one of, I believe, 2 of the bathhouses that they have on this side. I'm not sure if this one's just under construction or if it's open already. And we also get a good view of the playgrounds from here as well. Definitely a family-friendly park. So if you've got kids or want to bring your grandchildren or stuff over here, they will make plenty of friends. Basically, my kids wake up early, play. In the heat of the day, we go into town, do some other things, and then they're rushing us to get back so that they can play and make more friends. One of their bathhouses here on the right. This area overlooks a surprisingly empty playground area. Directly in front of us is the basketball court. This is the kind of sport ball area. They were playing kickball, and then volleyball's down further. Now here, again, I'm on the perimeter and I'm staying closest to the park. So if you're looking up on the site 106 is what we're passing up here. They've got a dishwashing area if you're staying in a tent or one of the sites that just doesn't have water. I believe most everything on my left as we're coming through here are their trailers that they rent out. They're all Salem's, and they all have permanent steps on them. On the right, these are all individually owned units. Now, like I was saying, the reason we come up here is primarily the cute little town of Glen Arbor. But there's tons to do over here. Today in particular, we went down to the blacksmith shop, as well as what was how the Coast Guard started up here. They have a name for it, which I've completely spaced on. But every day from 11 to 5, I think, in the second half of summer, they're open. They've got volunteers there. They tell you all about the area and about how these things work. Oh, look, there's actually more cabins. I see a few more over here, so they might have half a dozen or so. And then on our right is the boat storage that I was talking to you about. This is the second one we've walked by. I don't remember if I pointed out the other one to you. And then there's at least one over on the Class A side when we get over there. Anyway, the blacksmith shop today was actually really cool. The people that run it are obviously super nice, teaching you all about the area, how these things came to be, and then sharing information on blacksmithing. They made a cute little thing for my kids. Going over to the other side, they literally showed us how the first Coast Guard did their thing, and it's exceptionally unique, so definitely check that out when you're in here in the area. There's a scenic driving path you can go on. We rode our bikes on it as well. Super gorgeous. And then every little town over here is just super quaint. I've mentioned this in at least 1 or 2 of my other Michigan videos so far, but this is Cherry Republic area too. Glen Arbor, I think it might have been the original Cherry Republic. The camera cut out, so we'll see where that was. I was talking about Cherry Republic. If you haven't visited the Cherry Republic, definitely stop in and see them. They've got all sorts of goodies in there. Now we've finished the first little row that's down closest to the playground area. I was going to walk the entire perimeter, but I always forget how big these places are. If I walk this entire perimeter, I'll be here chatting with you guys for over an hour. So we're going to sneak back down this first row here, give you a good idea of what these sites look like. They will magically transport over to the Class A and fifth wheel side. Now on my right, these sites back up to, looks like a big pasture of some sort. I haven't seen any animals back there at all, but it's definitely been cleared. And these sites, as you can see in the video, I'm sure, super shaded. In fact, the one directly in front of us, I believe it's number 62 is labeled. It's got GeoPro in it. We've decided that that is the shadiest spot in the entire RV park. So if you're looking for shade and you want all of the shade, there's your spot. It's quite bright outside, yet on their spot it looks pretty much dark. I also don't hear their AC running because I can't imagine it has been necessary at all day. Now, we've definitely been in places that are tighter than this, but there's also not a ton of room between the spots over here. Whereas if you have a fifth wheel or a Class A and you want more room to stretch out, over on the other side will definitely get you that. Obviously it costs a little bit more. If it was up to my kids, we would be staying on this side because they don't ever play with anybody over on the side that we're staying on. All the kids are over here, all the activities for the kids are over here. They come back for food, water, and showers, and to sleep. That's about it. So in the interest of time, we skipped forward and we are back over at the front. We're going to sneak over into the Class A only side and show you that piece there. There's a couple of these little gates to get through, so it's not like there's a big security wall between them or anything, just two different sections. I'll try not to point you directly at the sun there, so we'll walk around this side, give you an idea what these sites are like. Now each one of these sites is exceptionally unique. The trees are different in each site. Some of them are pull-in. Actually, I believe only one is pull-in. A couple are pull-in. They have patio areas in different sites, patio areas that are off to the side, hidden in trees. This particular one has the patio area way off and to the right. Lots of shade on the west side there. So we're going to walk around some of them here. I didn't catch the number, but we're walking. That's the end of the first row. We'll walk you to the back row. As you can see, there's considerably more room at each one of these sites. Far fewer folks. This is site number 22 on our left that we just passed, to give you a reference. They each have a stamped concrete pad that you park right up onto. They're all super long. Got a 45-footer on our left, and they're towed, and room in front of and behind it. Directly in front of us is more of that boat storage I was talking to you about. See boat stored down there, similar thing on the other side. I apologize in advance for the sun. I'll put you off to the left so you don't have to see it. This particular one is more of a traditional site. Back in, patio and everything is directly on it. They've got some nice shade on the west side there. We're going to be coming up on their bathhouse for back here in just a second. There's literally just 3 rows back here. It's not as large as the other side, but each spot has its own space. You'll also notice as we walk around, there's not nearly as many people out and about. We saw a couple people on their patio, but there's no kids flying around over here. Good or bad, just up to you which one you prefer. This is their clubhouse and bathhouse right here in the center. They've got 2 full bathroom setups, shower, toilet, little bench, and then 1 traditional bathroom in there. They've got laundry in there. They've got a little kitchen. Let's check. If nobody's in there, for us to bother, we'll sneak through it. Cool. Clubhouse. Spot to sit, laundry room, and a little kitchen. What the rules are in using the kitchen, I don't know, but I've seen people sitting here enjoying some family time, enjoying game time, those types of things. Large back patio for you to enjoy as well. Lots of seating. The grill's been used quite a few times. Grill on the other side. So that's the clubhouse. We'll sneak back out, that way you can finish seeing this particular route. Nice. You can see the people at the end of this row. They back up to the forested area there. Now, I've never walked back there. I believe it is still the property here. There might be more boat parking back there, but I know they have boat parking on either ends of this row. Let's see if we can get over here into the shade and get that sun off of us. Site number 33 on our left. In case you're following along. Here's an empty site, so I'll be able to walk you on it, show you what they're like. This one's right on the corner. It faces almost directly west. So if you've got a Class A, it looks like it's nice and shaded regardless. Site number 32, very typical. The stamped concrete that we've got. Good sized little patio area over here. A fire ring. And a very long, very wide section here. Now, we've been to other places that are Class A only. But this is the only place we've been to that's Class A and fifth wheel only, which is it's unique, but it works. Site number 30 right here, just in case you're following along. Now, towards the front, sites like 1, 2, 3, those types of things, they have little accessory units to them. Site number 29 here. I'm not sure how those work. I don't remember when I was booking whether or not those were even options. They might be seasonal. In fact, here's one that you can see an accessory unit on coming up. Directly in front of us here, you can see this additional building on it. So it looks like maybe they have a kitchenette. I can't really tell. I haven't made friends with those folks just yet in order to go see what it's about. But that is site number, trying to look, 11. So site number 11 definitely has something extra special on it. One of the other sites down here looks like it has its own pond. At least 2 more have another structure on them. And I'm not sure what all the structure is good for, but it might be fun. So we just did the perimeter here. We skipped the middle lane. This is coming back towards the front one here. I've got site number 8 on my right with the Durango. And then not the next site, but the following site has another one of those structures. You can see this one here has it as well. This structure belongs to whatever site number this is in the middle. Site number 6 has another structure with it as well. And so once we make it around here, I'll show you the entryway and their pond, and then that will be it for Indigo Bluffs. I believe the site numbers start over here with 1, 2, 3, and 4. That would make this 5, 6, and 7. This site also has its own special structure, extra area over here with a cooking grill and everything. Some gorgeous sites back here. I'm just going to sneak up because we didn't get to see the entry, but you get to see the entry that's past the gate, as well as the little pond that they've got, and then they have a community kind of sitting in fire area over here as well. A couple last minute pieces. There's not a lot of mosquitoes here at this park. We were staying not too far down the road, and there were quite a few mosquitoes, so I assume they do some sort of a mosquito abatement. And having these extra trees around sure does make it feel nice and cool in the middle of summer. Alright, so that's Indigo Bluffs. Until next time.